All right, Ag Apps, it is Tuesday, December 8th. I just want to run through what we talked about in class today. We had a couple of different things. The first thing we have is this animal science breeds quiz. And then we went over the aquaculture slides. And then the final thing is the breeds and aquaculture review. So what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through this step by step. The breeds quiz is very simple. It is a combination of true, false, and multiple choice. So the first two questions are true, false. Question number 3 asks about some different breeds. And then question number 4, same thing. You're basically matching up what the term is to the answer. So castrated male cow, right? Male cow used for breeding. And then the last 3 questions are true as false as well. So make sure you read those carefully. When you get done, you want to be sure to submit that. Now, the other 2 assignments that we went over today, right? The first one was the aquaculture notes. So if you open up your notes, just to kind of run through this very quickly, aquaculture is raising plants and animal and water, okay? So the cultivation of plants and animals. So the big 4 are trout, catfish, striped bass, and tilapia. So let's see here. Trout, the biggest thing about trout is they have to have cold running water. So you want to do trout and cold running water. So that would be a good thing to highlight. Our fish density is the number of fish. Obviously, the more fish you have, the more difficult it is to manage. Dissolved oxygen is the oxygen that's in the water. It's going to be lowest in the morning. You can add aerators to increase the amount of oxygen. pH, we talked about pH in plants. It's the same for fish, how acidic or alkaline the water is. Ammonium nitrate is fish waste. So you have to be very careful when you're monitoring your pH. Ammonium nitrate can kill your fish if it becomes toxic. Hatcheries, just like in chickens, are going to supply baby fish or eggs. Cage culture, basically in cage culture, it's where you grow fish in a confined area. We looked at different systems and talked about this in class. Each fish needs its own special system. The biggest thing is to make sure you watch this thing called rollover. That's when the dissolved oxygen changes very suddenly and your fish will die. Recirculation tanks. That is where your water from your tank goes through a biological filter. A biological filter, as you can see on here, is a living organism. So in this case, the water is pumped out. It goes through the plants. It comes back through this green pipe on the bottom. And as it splashes into your pond, it aerates it. So in a nutshell, that's what we talked about today for aquaculture. And then the last thing that you have is a crossword puzzle. That is the breeds and aquaculture review. There is also a word bank that goes along with this. So as you do it, you can simply cut and paste the answers in there and then get rid of it as you go. And if you do that, you won't use the same word repeatedly. So that's our assignment in a nutshell. If you have any questions, reach out to me and let me know if you have any problems. And I'll see you all in class tomorrow.